All right, we're gonna get stuck right in here, and we have an electric screwdriver. So I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, where do we want to put this thing? This is a big oscillator, right? And I was like, okay, well, we'll pull the quad nick because suckiness. Yeah, I hardly ever use it. And I was like, well, we could just put it in its place. I started to think a little bit about it. The thought was, this thing has a screen and a menu. Oh, I'm going to do the clever trick here and leave the power cable from the other module hanging there. This guy. Quad nick. Goodbye. So what I'm going to do is put it where the CSL is right now. Hey, Chris. Thanks for popping in. So hopefully I will be able to do that fairly quickly. And it was interesting. I was on modular grid, which is not an uncommon thing. But like I was looking at power consumption. I was trying to figure out, like, is there some sort of evil bugaboo in my rack that's like sucking mass amounts of power? And instead of finding that problem, that issue, and like doing something with it, I started to get sort of distracted by looking at some of my modules that I hadn't really thought of before, including the CSL and this new oscillator. Well, the new oscillator takes 60 milliamps of power, which is tiny. Tiny. It's a digital module, right? So it's a bit surprising. This thing, the CSL, 200 milliamps. This thing is a thirsty thing for an analog oscillator. It was a little bit shocking, to be completely honest. I was a bit surprised, to say the least. All right, so step one. Let's move in the cloud. The cloud. It's got the SD card and everything else. So I have not even powered this thing. Oh, what is this? That is not a normal. What the fuck kind of power connector crap is that? What's happening there? Huh? What? Am I missing something? Is there a power connector somewhere else? Oh, is that the power connector? Oh, so weird. There's like... Okay, I'm gonna actually have to look this up. Because... Yeah, used module. You definitely want to make sure that you actually have... You actually have some... You know... Specs. Maybe. Is there like a manual? Be cool. Docs. Okay, installation. Hello? Not have a picture for installation purposes? Oh, come on, guys. What are you doing here? There's nothing. Come on. That's stupid. That is super stupid. Installation. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Come on. This is really, really dumb. So here's the weirdness of this, right? See this connector at the tip of my finger right here, right? This is the one I think is the power connector. Well, right up above it is a 16-pin shrouded connector, which is exactly what your Eurorack stuff plugs into, right? This actually has, well, this has 6 pins, so that's not the same thing either. These should be 10. Yeah, these are 5 by 2. So, like, are you shitting me? Like, this has like a proprietary power connector on it or something? And what the fuck? There's nothing. No one has any pictures. Like, hey, yeah, you wanna try to install it like decently? What the heck? Come on, man. This is stupid. Anybody got a Cloud Terrarium out there? Because this is unsuccessful. To try that instead. Yeah, I'm attempting to install a new oscillator, and yeah, but again, that doesn't tell me anything. Like, I want a physical, a physical picture of like how to put this thing in. What's the jack? What's the thing? There is nothing, which is incredibly stupid. There's no compatible power jack on the back of this. That's the problem, right? There's like literally nothing. There is a 16 by 2 shrouded connector. There is a 6-pin bus connector. And that's it. Neither of those are Eurorack power standard. So what the fuck? I'm gonna get pissed. Like, what the heck is going on? You just decided to include a weird-ass connector? Fucking hell, man. Now, if it's a 16-pin to 16-pin, like, straight up, and I might actually have one of those around here. So, some of my modules from, aha, there's one right there. Some of my modules from Vinicius Electric, the Brazilian company, they're this. They're big chonkies to chonkies. And I'm guessing that's the power connection. Is you just have to use like the full 16 pins. I guess. I guess we'll find out pretty shortly here. It explodes or fries or turns into a molten pile of slag and melts itself down to Brazil. I guess then we'll know. All right. Here goes. Since synthesis technology was incredibly uninformative, or my seller was like, "Here, I'll just throw in a random power cable." Oh, wait, that's the wrong rack. Okay, good. We have turn on. Good. Okay. I guess that's it. I got lucky. Look at that. It's the same size. Gotta love it. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. What's this rack rash on this thing? Oh god, let's return it. This was a used module, and it was, let's say, substantially cheaper than a new one. Because new, they're like $629. It's a lot. But then, like, I was thinking, hey, that's about what you paid for the CSL, I think, too. That was an expensive module. All of my big Instruo modules are pricey. Very, very pricey, guys. That guy, you know. And part of that is because it's Instruo, and they don't make many. They just make great stuff. Well, okay. Well, I am really glad I have, I happen to have a 16-pin to 16-pin power cable. Okay, I'm going to have to take a break here in a second, because I have to go to the bathroom. And I'm going to do that right now. Not right now, because that'd be super weird, all right? But I'll be right back. All right. Oh, hey, fake Seb. Welcome. He's everywhere you want to be. Okay. Now to move the whole row over. Now, okay, so somebody needs to come up with a better standard for mounting modules. Because, you know, for one thing, imagine if you didn't actually have to unscrew everything. Imagine if all you had to do was loosen it and then just move it. You know what I mean? Feeling me? There must be a way. We need a better standard. And I'm out of Nurlies, like completely out. And that's bad. A Frogurt is also cursed. That's bad. But it comes with your choice of toppings. That's good. The toppings are also cursed. That's bad. Alright. So yeah, if you ever wondered how the heck do you actually install modules and put things in and out, this is not the way. Okay? This is called I'm lazy and confident, which is a dangerous combination. I'll tell you that. Yeah, and you know what? You know what would be really cool too is to supply power through that shit. Like, just like, chunk, power, done. Instead of like little bunch of cables and then have no standard. Like there's that was tonight. That was this thing. 16 pin to 16 pin cable? Why? I'm sure there's a reason it supplies different voltages. Blah 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 blah. I know that. Get it. Not the point. Point is, it's irritating. And I stand by my opinion as being the most important one in the universe. Damn it. Okay. This guy, I'm not going to let dangle because it weighs too much. Be slightly respectful to the function generator. All right. I could probably take this opportunity to shuffle around a couple of power cables as well. Tell you what though, man, if you work on Eurorack, if you do this stuff at all, or actually anything electronic or whatever, this is the best damn investment, I think. God, that was a mistake. Oh, look at that. Hey, the Mankato filter is a 16-pin power connector too. Huh. Madness, I tell you. Madness. Okay, CSL. All right. I'm like, should I move it over right next to the Weston? Yeah, it's kind of pointless. All right. Also, I was reading up on the CSL. I have hardly scratched the surface with this thing. That's just stupid. You know, there's all kinds of funky like shift functions that you can do with it. Hey, Tara, what's going on? Nope. There you go. By the way, can I take a moment for a second and show you ridiculous pictures of my puppy? Can I do that? I think I should. I think you'll love her. Because everyone loves her. Because she's the cutest damn thing in the known universe. It's, you know. Oh, shit, man, is it? Well, I'll tell you what. I have mine. I have mine, and it's a little bit... Man, dare I say it? Dare I say it? It's a little bit underwhelming right now. It's the fact that the user manual said user manual, you open it up, it's one page and it says LOL good luck. Which, don't get me wrong, that's friggin' hilarious. Okay? That's dude, come on. Good job. Well done. Well done, Gene. Um, but the fact that like trying to get CV stuff to work, like if you go on the Discord, in fact, I saw you were on the Discord, and like he talks about how it's just weird and arcane and like just impossible, and he's right. It's weird. I managed to get an LFO on my home modular to do stuff. But the thing is, there's only like two different instruments in it, right? There's only like interference and fractalizer. And like I think that's it. So as far as like more modules and more stuff, I'm not 100% sure on how to like start building a patch, for example, which would be kind of an important thing to be. Red stripe is voltage. Yep. So always check your power connectors from the side, because sometimes it's really easy to put one half of a shrouded cable's worth, so to speak, and only have half the pins connected. And of course, they would be in the completely place, and then the universe would explode in a blinding flash of nuclear fusion and kill us all. So remember that lesson. Very important. You don't want to kill everybody. Check your power. And Kato with your stupid 16 to 16 pin. Come on, man. Not a good screw. I got some funky screws from through getting a couple of after later audio modules, and they're like Phillips head, but they've got these really big chonky heads on them, and they strip like instant. Like put any degree of torque on it, and it's done. Like son of a bitch. So there's a few of those floating around in my system that I never, replaced or whatever, because why bother? Is that power? Not power. This is power. And bad. That's the expansion. Wait, is there an expansion to the stochastic function generator? Really? Really? Interesting. I can't think what else they would put on it, because like, geez, man, there's so many different controls on this thing. Like, look at all of the CV ins and outs. It's insane. Get a maths, they said. Got your maths right here. Open wide, motherfucker. I do find it interesting that, like, the Quadrax is also a quad. Random 4 in and out. Oh, interesting. This screwdriver, yeah, it's one of those, like, I don't know, do you solder? If anybody solders, there's like this TS180 or something, this kind of generic Chinese-made USB-powered soldering iron, right? And it's amazing. Like, it's really good. As far as like a portable iron, it's this tiny little thing, and it just heats up like fast, and it's great, right? But there's like a million different things that are made by like the same kind of thing, or there's different, like they just change the number, and then it's like that. It's like that. So honestly, if you just searched for like rechargeable cordless screwdriver on Amazon, it's probably going to come up with the same thing. I've had mine for maybe like 5 years, something like that. So I highly doubt it's the same. It's the same one. It charges with an Android port on this one. I imagine the newer models would be USB-C. So USB cordless screwdriver. But it's got that, it's real slim. That's what I like about it, and it's got the lights on the end. I find it very enjoyable, and it has a healthy amount of torque. Like, it's impressive. There it is. Or at least something similar. IFU. IFU. I think that means I fuck you. Right? Isn't that what that means? At least it's very, very similar. It's mini electric screwdriver. And you know, it comes with a case with like 400,000 bits in it and stuff. Yeah, exact cosmetic rebrands. Yeah, that's absolutely it. I'm not gonna have enough room up here. Which makes sense, because why would I? Let's keep the ADAC up here. Okay, let's ditch the... this sucks, because that means we're going to have to move stuff. Wait, no. Better idea. Let's not move this. Let's not unplug this. Let's drop ish down a row. Okay, stay. Good modules. Snake it through. Put it right there. Yeah. And then we'll go comparator rectifiers. Glide, that's upside down right now. And then the interesting Blue Lantern weird utility module, that's noise and wave folder and all kinds of stuff. I am fancy. Oh, interesting. That's actually kind of cool, because then all of a sudden it turns into like a marbles or something. That's intriguing. Very intriguing. I wish the stochastic function generator had one major change to it, and that is that I wish you could set the rise and fall rates for each channel. But that would be stupidly complicated, and it would just be all of the knobs. So instead they have it like slow, medium, fast, and then your fall time minimum and maximum, and rise time minimum and maximum. And then the switch, the three-way switch in here is like a multiplier. So yeah, it's a little bit funky. It is not nearly as maybe like, I don't know. Oh, come on, dude. Can you not be a jerk today? Can you just go to your home? Bad screw, maybe? Well, I remember I had a problem with this module. Put it in. It didn't want to, you know, go. I'm pretty sure I had to, like, just wrench the living shit out of it to get it. So let's see if my screwdriver buddy does the job. Hey, you ready? You got this? I guess I got one hand. Gimping. Yep. Yep, it did it. High torque. I couldn't turn that thing with my fingers. And it's just like, chonk, done. One more. And since I'm out of knurlies, I have to use traitorous conventional screw. These look like M2.5s. These don't look like M3s. So we'll find out. Dude, would it fit here? Because like that'd be like kind of cool. Not really. Just be right next to another instruo. Yeah, let's just leave it there. That's fine. It's a good place for it because then you can put triggers in from the jack expander. You can just use like an actual trigger to trigger logic functions and stuff. So, jeez, that was my lung. I'm gonna blame the air quality, not the quantity of smoke that I inhale, because I don't. Okay, that one's in. Good. Yeah, I mean, it would be a heck of a lot cheaper to just find an alternative to knurlies, but I do like the look, say. And I do like the whole, like, oh, I don't have my screwdriver with me, or whatever, and I can just use fingers. Is that it? I think that's it. That's it. One is the loneliest knurly that you'll ever see. Poor little guy. Putting him back in the can. Here we go. Yeah, I once again totaled up all of my power requirements for everything, and like, I'm not even close to half of what this case generates. So my whole like, see, like again, here we have it. The radio music is just like not turning on. Yeah, I don't get it. What's it doing? Makes no sense. All right, I'm gonna turn the lights out. I have a friend of mine that he's one of my disc golf buddies, amongst other things, and he is like a dedicated joint smoker, right? So he always brings stuff and always has like 2 or 3 joints, and it's horrible. Like, how do you like smoke this stuff? Like, I vaporize everything. I'm healthy now. 92 BPM. That seems like that's a good place. Okay, reset. This guy, delete. It's empty. Okay. Cloud Terrarium. Number one, it needs to be brighter because eye candy, no. Colors, settings. It's got a built-in quantizer. That's really interesting. Of some sort. Colors, patches, mode help. Is there a contrast? Like, wouldn't a contrast be nice? All right, let's hook this thing up. So, I'll put one. We'll just see what we've got going on in here. And then there's a whole bunch of mixture channels that are turned up and what's happening here. there's two outputs. So is this stereo? No. Because one side you've got a... Yeah. There's my got a built-in A440. That's cool. Okay, let's borrow somebody else for a second. That's not helping at all. Okay, that's not helping in the least bit. Like, give me an oscillator that's in tune. And... Okay, coarse and fine. Cool. CV, X, Y, and Z. All right. Okay, but what am I doing here? Oh, I see. What's really hard to see, and in fact it's hard to see in person. Oh man, this thing is all... is that there's an actual display of what the wave looks like and such. Just kind of neat. But there's nothing in there for turning up the brightness, which is kind of annoying. Patches. Oh, so you can load and save patches. That's pretty cool. How do I just get back to the main menu? Holding it? That doesn't do anything. Alright, so here's the other thing about this, right? There are modes to this oscillator. There's a bunch. Cloud, morph, 2-operator FM, noise, sample playback. Like, it's got all kinds of weirdness in this, man. So this is the morph mode right here. Okay. All right, I think the first thing to do would be to just throw some LFOs into it or something and let it start just doing its modulating thing, and see what happens, because there's like way too much to kind of think about as far as all of the different controls and things like that. It's a lot. This is a big module. So it's every bit as complex as like the CSL or something like that. Maybe more so, to be honest, because you're talking about wavetables. You could store the wavetables on this. It's got an SD card directly on it. You just pull the card out. Mode help. Wavetables. Oh. They're all blank. Boo. They're all blank. Okay. Sucks. Whatever. This is you waves. Alright, let's give it a little bit of a sequence or something like that. How about that? Alright. Probably even put it through a filter stuff eventually, but for now, let's just leave it. Let's just let it do its thing. Okay, who am I kidding? Let's get it into a filter right now. Right now! Stat! Okay, yeah. So this was definitely a good decision to put it where I did. It's a lot more patchable there than if it was in the top row. It's a kind of a, well, I guess they all kind of are. They're all a little bit loose, like the jacks are like well worn. But sometimes they're like that, you know? Oh, for fuck's sake. Attenuverter. Does sound lovely. That's better. are stereo things happening. Oh, there definitely are. Part of that is because of the LFOs that I have. So there's there's X, Y, and Z parameters on here, and it is morphing around parts of the wave into different shapes. And one of those is outputted in the right, and one of them is outputted on the left. And there's a trippy little this is you pattern going on here, just kind of showing the different morphing levels. Just really interesting. I would like to have a small LFO 1U module, or a couple of them here. I think that would be a cool thing to have. Especially for melodicers, like throwing an LFO into a melodicer to make it do weird stuff. A lot of fun. Okay, modes. So this is morph plus... physical modeling? Yes, PHS. If only I had downloaded the manual. Nope, I've got it. I got it up here. Thanks. Yeah, it is really interesting. This is exactly what I wanted from the quad Nick, and it never really delivered. I'll be completely honest. Like, I wanted that morphing, weird wave shape going down. Like, filter all the way open here. So here's just output 1. And it's just morphed into a sawtooth. I'm going to pull all of the modulation. Okay, what is that reverb doing? Aside from acting like a dildo. So this is like smoothing out the shape into like a sine wave. And now it's a sine wave. It's a pure sine. And this is morphing the bottom one. So I think if I combine the two, it should just phase out. Oh, that's the position of the bottom wave. So if I FM'd these... because I'm betting the shack mat keeps it separate. But you can hear the phase shift as I turn this parameter. Yeah, the fine tune works really well. Thankfully. This is two different sawtooths. Oh, spread and chaos. What? Sounds just like noise to me. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Ish. That's a beautiful super saw, man. That's really nice. So then, yeah, you have to go in and be like, okay, let's change a couple of waves here. So this basically has an 8 oscillator cloud detuned. Yeah, that totally sounds like a chainsaw. But let's change the waves around. Let's do some squares. Or the morph waveform, which means it's basically just going to weird, it's adding noise. Oh yeah, these are signs. I don't want signs. All right, so I believe some work needs to be done on getting more wavetables on this card, and I don't know if I can like download. Oh God! Download like the defaults to operator FM, and then a noise, just a noise output. Yeah, but again, this was a used module, so I don't know what's even on the card, if anything. They might have just been like, I deleted all the data, here you go. It was from a shop. Holy crap. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, exactly, Nick. That absolutely nails it. Like, I wanted that sound. Like, I wanted some kind of funky... And I mean, Platts. I've got 2 Platts. They have wavetables in them. Okay, great. Not the same. Like, just not the same. Now, by the way, you can get a module that's basically 4 of these in one. And it's like that big. Yeah, I think it's bigger than the Vector. The E370, and it's like all the money. It's like $1,200 or something for one, but it's a mega polyphonic oscillator, all wavetables. I mean, this is crazy. Let's change this to sine. 2 sine waves right now. Alright, I'm going to go back to the first one, the morph. And I'm going to see if I can't switch around the ROM banks a little bit here. See if we can come up with some different stuff. Oh, so this parameter is going through a whole bunch of waveforms. This looks like it's kind of wave shaping into something else. This is like a position or like phase variable. Okay, so it's the third parameter on this mode. That's the good one. That's the gravy. So now we should be able to get some cool changing. You can watch the little screen here, like warp. Next mode, next wave. Let's see what else we can come up with here. Maybe go through one more little sesh here of stuff. Morph plus whatever that is. THS. I don't know. What's that? Morph. Phase interpolation. Okay, I would assume it was phase. I mean, what other word fits that? Wait, there's no fun in modular? You're right. It's all just money. You just spend money, and then you just sit around, like, feeling sad, regretting it, and then you just keep doing it. It's fucked up. No fun. guarantee that's a person who either didn't grow up with hardware and doesn't really know what they're doing, or someone who doesn't have a lot of patience. Now, I don't have a lot of patience, but yeah, dude, the Bastel Pizza video is pretty hilarious. It's the most sarcastic piece of internet literature I think that's ever been made. Oh, did he say it in that? I didn't get that, but I was like playing a game at the same time. But I was he's just like, Yahoo! We have to Dude, it's so good. Alright, morphing is the smooth transition from adjacent wavetables within the bank's 8x8 grid. An 8x8 grid. So X and Y, and then the Z direction scans the entire bank end to end. Oh, okay. C in a distance standard analog VCO waves can be selected, as well as 26 user banks created by the free wave edit application. Well, alright. I'm probably not going to get a ton of that done tonight. Unfortunately, I'm at the official end of my summer. I have to go back to school starting tomorrow. Oh, will he? Dude, that's cool. Can I fanboy? Can I hump his leg? Gush all over him. I noticed Ben was very standoff, like, he wasn't around much, which, I mean, I guess you do your thing, you know? But, like, it was unfortunate. Because I would have been like, hey, dude, like your videos. Didn't even get that chance. What an elitist bastard. Okay, so I don't... Z1 bank. Okay, let's go to ROM C. Let's see what happens here. These both on sine waves for now. Yeah, it's got a little built-in screensaver. You can't really see it on camera at all because of the angle. It's unfortunately, it is a TFT display, I think. It's not a, oh, that's cool. I wish it was a touch screen. That'd be dope. Alright, let's listen to this for a second here. Yeah, that would be a little bizarre. Like, I pissed next to Rick Wakeman once, and I didn't say anything. But that's my claim to fame. Did you ever meet any famous people while peeing? Two, actually. Rick Wakeman and Evan Lysacek, the figure skater. This is panning through the y-axis. It sounds to me like it's just doing phase. I'm gonna have to look into, like, what does everything in... What are these modes? Okay, so here's the morph. This is the morphing mode right here. Okay. Same waves. Everything's good. Visual display. Oh, it's a different thing now. Okay, cool. So if I put this on the waves, then we can actually see the waves. But there's nothing changing. everything just kind of like just behaves a little bit differently. I hear a wave folder in there. Yep. Oh, there are a whole bunch of waves in here. Huh. Very cool. Okay. Like a whole bunch of waves. Although not that many, not as many as I would have thought. There's just, looks like there's about 15 or so. Patch number 1. Patch number 2. It's the same. Okay, I just reset the thing. Yeah, so this is the thing. There's a bunch of user wavetable banks, and they're all blank. So either somebody never messed with that and never made their own, you know, or piercing. It's got a good DAC in there, that's for sure. Yeah, so if you think about like a sample, right, a long chunk of audio, imagine a sample that's literally the length of one wave. Okay. Whatever weird funky shape it happens to be. Some weird squiggly thing. Right. So then imagine like a matrix of them and being able to just morph smoothly from one place to the next and change your actual waveform. That's the goal anyways. Random voltage into the high note range of the melodies. Oh, okay. I gotta try to get the camera over there. There we go. I don't even know if you can see what's going on. Probably not. No, the contrast is too crappy. There you kind of can. It's making all kinds of trippy patterns. Just saying. Got that lovely LED flicker going on though. Yeah, I am working on so the goal here would be, as I've mentioned a couple of times, I have right here a small HDMI switcher, right? So yeah, the eventual goal is to hook everything up to the switcher, have it all hardware, and then like route basically all of the sound into the Recursion studio at the very least. Or, you know, maybe even simple stuff like just take the kick drum, right? Just route the kick drum out into it and like done. Or, you know, all of my drums or something like that. So, you know, there's multiple ways that we can do that. I've got monitor outs right here. It'd be pretty simple to just take an 1/8" stereo, you know. But getting all of that stuff together and getting it working over USB, my computer is kind of taking a crap on me. So yeah, because I had my mirrorless camera here too. I had it hooked up to that switcher, and it worked. But as soon as I tried to do like multiple cameras, literally my whole computer just gave up. So I either need to swap around USB ports or something like that to test out a couple of things, or just get a completely separate streaming PC that's only for video, like processing stuff. Like that's all built-in capture card, get it like a Threadripper or something like that. And it doesn't even have to have good graphics. It's not a gaming machine, you know. It doesn't need an audio interface. Just like onboard audio, if any. And everything coming through this the little switcher here. So anyways, I'm gonna hit the road for the night, and yeah, I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow. Depends. Tomorrow's my first day back at school, but it is meetings all day. So that could either be, you know, exhausting or like the opposite. It just depends. So I'm not sure if I'll do a session tomorrow or not. Thinking probably, because this thing is pretty awesome. Swap the type of circles, puts little dots. It's got a little bouncing cube. Circles. It's fun. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching, and you know, hopefully see you